Schwartz Sports Memorabilia is your leading source for all your sports memorabilia needs. From autographed jerseys and helmets to balls, Funkos, photos, and more. They conduct hundreds of in-person signings with the likes of Barry Sanders, Floyd Mayweather, Larry Bird, and many more. In addition, Schwartz Sports offers an exclusive line of mystery boxes available online at schwartzsportsmemorabilia.com. Once again, that's schwartzsportsmemorabilia.com. Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and we're back with the mothership. That's right, it's the AWA, the American Wrestling Association, my AWA save. Tonight, we are in Winnipeg, and we're going to take a look at venues. The convention center might be able to do something a little bit better. We're going to take a look here, but we're the day after Wrestle Rock, everybody. So, we are going to run one more card of our old touring schedule, and then it's time to build the next touring schedule. And we'll do that on another show that will likely air tomorrow. But today, for today's show, let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we can do arena-wise. Looking at 8,500 fans, so the convention center may still be our best bet here. So it's the 5 to 9. Well, what have we got going on here? Well, this isn't looking good. Okay, the Winnipeg Arena is 15,000. So we're giving up roughly way too many seats, all right? The convention center is only 4,200. So we're giving up a lot of seats there too. Okay, so we're giving up roughly 6,500 seats here. And then we're giving up roughly 4,500. So let's see if there's anything else better for us. It's May. We could definitely run the University of Manitoba. That gives us 800 more seats. And it's going to cost us $9,000. You know what? Let's just run the convention center. Eventually we'll get to the point where we can run the Winnipeg Arena again, but we're just not there yet. So, okay, we'll take a look at that. Absent workers, we're dealing with just Jerry Blackwell being out. And that's not the end of the world. We know he's got that long-term injury. What do we got going on here? Oh, Scotty Steiner got himself a little bit of hot water here with Nick Bockwinkel. Fair enough. And there we go. Got some protege work here with Wahoo and his 3 proteges. Look at that mustache. Camaro mullet and mustache. Thing of beauty, everybody. Thing of beauty. All right, let's take a look at our card. Give things a quick rundown here. We're going to have Shirley Black versus Despina Montagas in the opener. Dukes and Jammers will once again face the Texas Hangmen. Nick Kiniski is going to battle Steve Regal for that World Light Heavyweight title. DJ Peterson's going to mix it up with Greg Wojokowski. Tony Anthony's going to battle Ron Simmons. Once again, Dick Slater and Scott Hall will get it on. The Russians and the Fabs will be in the semi-main. And in our main event, Tom Zenk is going to once again challenge CURT HENNIG for the World Heavyweight title. Sorry, everybody. I had something caught in my throat there and had to temporarily turn the microphone off to clear my throat. Rarely does this happen to me when I'm recording, but it just happened, so we have to deal with it. So with that said, everybody, let's get to booking. Here we go. Black versus Montagas in the opener. And here is Shirley Black. And here's Despina Montagas, a fine ladies wrestler who's done a terrific job for us. And let's take a look and see who won between these two the last time. So Shirley Black got the win the last time. So Despina Montagas is going to get the win this time. That one is booked. Up next, 12 minutes, we have Dukes and Jammer. Whoa, what's going on here? That's what's going on. That scared me for a second. Suddenly all our tag team matches disappeared. All right. We're going to have Dukes and Jammer. And they, of course, are going to battle the Texas Hangmen. The Hangmen, of course, are managed by Dastardly Don Carson. 12 minutes they're going to go. And let's see who's due for the win here. Texas Hangman got the win the last time, so Dukes and Jammer are going to get the win this time. We're going to give the win over to Tommy Jammer. That one is all set. Up next, we have Nick Kiniski and Steve Regal. They're going to go 12 minutes also here. And Regal, of course, has done an outstanding job as our World Light Heavyweight Champion after he chased Nelson Royal for months and then finally captured the title from Nelson Royal. So here we go. Here is Steve Regal. There's our man right there. And we've got this one booked up. And let's see who's due for the win here. Nick Kiniski won the last time. Nope, Steve Regal won the last time. So we can have, you know what, we're going to have Regal win again here. This feud's going to end here, so. All right, Regal gets the win. Up next here, Peterson is going to face Wojokowski, and they're going to go 14. DJ Peterson, of course, is a rising star here in the AWA. And Greg Wojokowski is a crafty veteran, very legitimate amateur wrestler, former WWA World Heavyweight Champion. I think very highly of Greg Wojokowski. And Peterson won the last time, so Wojokowski is going to get the win this time. Wojokowski, of course, is managed also by Dastardly Don Carson, and that's who's going to help him get the win here. So that one is now also in the books. Tony Anthony and Ron Simmons, they're going to go 14. And just for the heck of it, we're going to have these two go to a double DQ. And this feud technically ended last night. So, you know what? Yeah, we're going to have Ron Simmons get the win. What's the difference? The feud's over anyway. But keep in mind, that was not on pay-per-view, right? So the people in Winnipeg probably have no idea what happened last night in Chicago. So they're looking to see closure to the feud that they've been seeing on TV for so long. All right, Slater versus Hall here. They're going to go 16 minutes. And here we go. Here's Dick Slater. Here is Scott Hall. And we're going to have Dick Slater get the win. And it's going to be by, we're going to have it by tainted win. All right, those two are booked. Up next is the Russians and the Fabs. They, of course, are going to go 18 here. And we're going to have Steve Kern get the win here. That one is booked up. And our big main event, everybody, is going to be Tom Zenk and CURT HENNIG for the heavyweight championship of the world. They're going to go 30 minutes here. And the world heavyweight title is going to be on the line. They, of course, did not wrestle last night. CURT HENNIG defended that title against Kerry Von Erich. And what are we going to do here? What do we want to do to keep this feud hot? Let's go with a draw. And let's go with a double countout. Because this is actually going to be the one of the first matches that Winnipeg is going to see of these two. That's going to get this feud fired up here. Because these two are going to carry on to the next tour. If you remember, Sergeant Slaughter left us. Tom Zenk was the fill-in. So we have to keep this feud going here for quite a while. All right, this one is booked up. We're at our usual 2 hours and 22 minutes. We're ready to rock here, everybody. All right, the ladies here get a 40. That's a nice score for them, being that we're in Canada here. So we got the Tommy Jammer gets the win over the Texas Hangmen here. Dukes and Jammer get the win, of course. And again, a 57, not a bad score at all for these two teams in Winnipeg, Manitoba. That shows that these two teams are getting over in Canada. There you go. Steve Regal gets the win with that Fort Lauderdale leg lock. And you can tell neither of these two men are very well over. We get a 57 overall. But they'll keep improving in Canada the more we visit. Let's see if there's any takeaways here. Kiniski gets hit with inexperience. Fair enough. All right, up next, Peterson and Wojokowski. They get a nice score here. 77 overall. Wojokowski gets that win. And Wojokowski hits an 80 here in Winnipeg. That's good stuff. All right, Anthony and Simmons get a 69. Simmons, of course, getting that win over Tony Anthony. See if there's any takeaways here. Inconsistency. Fair enough. Rolling right along here, Slater and Hall get a 79 when Slater gets that win with a handful of tights. And you can see Slater's numbers down a little bit here. And that's due to the fact that he's probably not extremely over in Winnipeg like Scott Hall was. Scott Hall has been with us a while here for this, just about the entirety of this whole save. And he's gotten quite a bit of exposure in Winnipeg. So good stuff here. 79 overall. All right, up next, the Russians and the Fabs get themselves a 79. You can see that the two Russians aren't extremely over here in Winnipeg, but the Fabs certainly are. Excellent score. Excellent match. Let's see if there's any takeaways. Ustinov was still showing inexperience for a while. He still is. That'll continue to improve, I'm sure. And we're going to move up here next. And Tommy Zenk and CURT HENNIG get themselves an 85 overall. Very nice score. Tom Zenk, obviously not too much over here in Winnipeg, but that will change as time goes on here. And no takeaways here. We got bonus city across the board. This is a good match. Solid main event, 85. And we had a nice showing here in Winnipeg. No popularity changes, which is a little strange. Maybe our television has maxed us out for the month. That's possible. We are going to make a speech here. And we got to point out Greg Wojokowski. He was very impressive. I'd also like to point out CURT HENNIG, of course. And I think that we need to point out Scott Hall also. And we did Greg Wojokowski. There we go. Good performance. Great performance. Good performance. We're going to make that speech. Wojokowski is pleased. CURT HENNIG is pleased. And Scott Hall is pleased. All right, we're wrapped up here, everybody. And as I said before, we are going to enter our new tour date here. And we're going to build that one up. We are now entering a new block. A new tour block, that is. Not cell block, but tour block. And yeah, that was a fun one. But it's also a lot of fun when we start the new tour here. That's a good time. And like I said, we will probably do a show here that'll air tomorrow just going over our new tour schedule, some roster changes, and other good stuff like that. All right. Let's see what our incoming says here. Tom Zenk likes Ron Simmons. Scott Hall, grueling schedule. DJ Peterson, grueling schedule. Grueling is spelled wrong. Fair enough. I don't know how Scott Hall and these guys could be so tired. They're only working a couple days a week, but they are. They also did get loaned out, but that's no excuse. All right, WWF, Jake Roberts over Rick Rude to retain the Intercontinental Heavyweight title, and that's not too far from accurate. If you remember, those two had a pretty brutal feud. That was the famous one where Rick Rude had Jake Roberts' wife on his tights. All right, NWA, Ivan Koloff over David Diamond in the main event. How could this be this bad? Oh, it's terrible. And they still have like the best wrestlers in the world on the roster. So with that said, everybody, that's going to do it for us here. If you're new to the channel, and a lot of you are, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of us so far. If you would like version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you over a link to the database and the picture pack. Last but not least, you can find us on social media at facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit with the subreddit group of TEW 2020 Friends. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.